So today I'm doing something a little different than I normally would. I'm actually redoing the audio on an old video I made, the Dave's mod for the XR650L. I'm still going to cover all the old steps like I did in that video, except for the audio is going to be a lot more clear, there's no background music that's annoying, and I'm going to actually point out some tips and pointers that I left out of that video, which I really could have added that would have been helpful for you guys. Thank you guys for watching in advance, and hope you enjoy. The first step in doing the Dave's mod on our XR650Ls is going to the bottom of the carburetor where the floatable is. You're going to notice there's these 4 JIS screws, and you're just going to simply remove them. If yours seem to be stuck or you're worried about rounding them off because you can't get a good grip on them, go ahead and get out like a power drill with a Phillips head bit if you don't have JIS bits, and just kind of shock them loose so you don't strip the heads because it's a bigger deal if you do strip them out. Anyways, just a little tip pointer that I wish I would have known when I first took apart my carburetor. So now, you're going to carefully remove the float bowl, and pause, right here. Now I paused the video here just so I can tell you guys to be extraordinarily careful around that float, especially in removing the float bowl. It's fragile, and you're also going to notice that in the float bowl there's that little baffle. You're going to need that for reinstallation, so don't lose it, please. Anyways, moving on. So the next step in the Dave's mod is removing the main jet and pilot jet. In the video here, I actually removed the needle jet holder with the main jet in it, and then I proceeded to remove the pilot jet. Don't worry about this, you'll see what I'm talking about here. So, you'll see that I'll just be removing the main jet from the needle jet holder. Not a big deal, and your main jet may just come out, but for whatever reason when I took apart my carburetor, it went with it, so that was part of the video. And pause. The reason I stopped here is to explain that Dave's mod uses a standard set of jets. The 55 being your pilot jet, and your main jet being the 158. That's not going to work for everyone, but it works for a lot of people. Anyways, I'd recommend starting there and adjusting your jets accordingly. As a matter of fact, even I had to change my jetting after a few mods, especially engine modifications, where now I have to run 55-160. I know I'm running the right jets per my spark plug's color. Look up some spark plug charts online if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about. The next step in the Dave's mod is removing the fuel-air mixture screw. On our bikes, this actually just monitors how much fuel is given to the pilot jet, and it doesn't monitor air like some bikes. Now you're going to see me here just kind of drilling off the tab on this mixture screw. This is something I wish I hadn't have done, and I'll show you what I would have done instead after I finish filing it off, making it smooth. Because at the time this was a wonderful idea. This is what JetsRS's website was saying to do, but there's a better way. There really is. And I'll show you on this clip right here. Now rather than cutting down the mixture screw, what I should have done is cut and ground off that little tab on the float bowl. And I say that because you can just adjust it with your hand instead of putting a tiny little flathead underneath your carburetor, because that can be hard to access when you need to adjust it on the fly. Regardless of which, you're going to go ahead and fully seat that little mixture screw in and then back it out 2.5 turns, which of course I didn't show in the camera when I first made this original video. So sorry about that, guys. I messed up there. But anyways, the next step is going to the top of your carburetor, where you're going to notice there's this big diaphragm in it. But to access step first, you're going to remove those 4 JIS screws like before. If they're stuck, use the power drill method like I mentioned before. And just go ahead and set these bolts aside. Don't lose them, because of course you're going to need to reassemble this very shortly. So after removing those 4 screws, you're going to pull out the spring and you're going to lift the slide straight out. Just lift straight out, literally. And then you're going to take a Phillips head screwdriver and you're going to take that little plastic bracket and just twist it left. It should pop out then. And then you should be able to access that wonderful needle, which I'll be modifying here shortly. But for now, we're actually going to be drilling the slide in those 2 little holes, not the one in the center, with a 5/32 drill bit. That way, it can actually raise and lower the slide faster. That's where you're going to get the improved throttle response for the most part. Now, as promised, back to the needle. All I'm doing here is I'm adding a number 4 washer that I got from Home Depot to the slide, as this helps enrich in the mixture. So, just put it back into place. You're going to put that little piece of plastic back in that locks the needle down. Just kind of press in and twist right. It should lock in place. You'll know what I'm feeling. And then, just take that slide and drop it into the carburetor. Now, before you get ahead of yourself, you're going to actually want to return to the top of the carburetor where that diaphragm needs to be in its proper slot. You'll see where I'm pointing at right there. You want to make sure it's in place, and the carburetor seal around that diaphragm is good, where you won't crush it, damage it, or etc. while you're putting that cap and spring back into place. So after you reinstall that spring, the cap, and the 4 screws on the top of the carburetor, your whole Dave's mod is now complete. Just put it and reinstall it on your bike, see how it runs, and tune it from there. Thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe if you found it helpful. Ultimately though, I'd just like to apologize for the first video I made before I improved this audio quality in video, and the reason is because the audio seemed really high-pitched, there's annoying background music, and I was skipping out the parts of the video that were quite important, such as adding the new jets, mentioning the baffle, and just various things like, well, you know, the Days mod doesn't work out for everyone. Everyone's elevation and bike is different, so it's hard to say that one mod, like the Days mod, will work on everyone's bike. Anyways, thank you for just understanding, and again, I'm so sorry. But as always, like and subscribe as I mentioned before.